Mother visits when boyfriend is in. Mother comes coding, visiting when boyfriend is in. Guys, let me tell you, the Bible says, the truth will set you free. My mother used to ask me when I have a boyfriend, and I used to say, no, 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 mom, you know. And I was like, oh, and my mom was like, oh, please don't rush into getting boyfriends. Make sure you wait until God gives you a born again boyfriend, a Christian from the church. And I was like, in the church choir, waiting and waiting and waiting. And I thought I was waiting too long. So, remember, I was having a job. I had a sweeping job. I used to sweep, and I was having my singering. And guys, during weekends I could go home to the home church where I was a member, and it was every weekend. It was every weekend that I had to go home so that I go visit the church. But I later moved from the home church because Basware was not affordable, and I looked for a church in the city where I used to go to a very big church. In fact, I'll come and do a video about the difference between the home church and the village church, because I realized that the city church was so lively, so lively, livelier than you can even imagine. And you know, we were used to a village church where you could go with your grandmother, and when you get to church, you immediately you sit in church, your grandmother starts dozing. Guys, did you go through that? I used to walk with my grandmother in church. And on the way to church, I would go still waiting on my grandmother. And I was like, my grandmother, you are going so slowly, we'll be late. And you know, she used to walk with that walking stick, and she was, you know, I'm named after her. So I used to love her so much, and she also used to love me. And here, we are going to church together. Guys, I walk with my grandmother. The church was like 4 kilometers from our house, and I could not leave her behind because you know, she's walking with a walking stick, and we are going to church. And when we got to church, I still will sit with my grandmother on the same bench. So guys, I loved her, she loved me. And every morning, on Sunday morning, I could rise up and go to my grandmother's house and find out, oh, Mama, so, are you okay? We are still leaving for church. And she was like, yes, the church starts at 10:30, so we leave at 9:30. So, and I would go fetching on I would go get ready and pass on my grandmother's house, and I find her still not ready. I would harakisha her, I would hurry her up, and she gets ready and we walk to church. And remember, all this time, those were those days before I got a job, and then I later got a sweeping job, and I still continued traveling home every weekend until the time I could not raise bus fare, and I stopped going home. And before I stopped, that is the time I could fetch my grandmother, and we go to church together, and we could sit on the bench, the same bench next to each other. And guys, immediately we reach church like this, and the preacher has started preaching. Oh, and it is not even the preaching time. It is still the time, the announcements time. My grandmother is already dozing, and I could keep tapping on her hand like this. Shosho, wake up, you are dozing in church. And she would be, Malala. And then she would wake up, and after a few minutes there, she is again dozing. So guys, I later changed church. When I came to the city, I became a city girl. I had a job. I was having a job of sweeping in a shop, and I was lucky to have had that job. So guys, I was telling you about this weekend that I did not. Now when I stopped coming home every weekend, there's a weekend that I was required to go home, and I didn't go. And my mom was not amused. She was pestering me all the time. Come home every weekend. Come home every weekend. And please don't you ever become you should be a born again Christian, even out there the way you left here at home. Don't go meeting boys out there and you start befriending them. And I was like, Mama, I cannot do that. And she was like, make sure you get a born again boy from the church. That is what I would advocate. And I kept telling my mom, yes, I'll get a Christian, I'll get a born again Christian. And when I stopped going home over the weekends, Guys, a neighbor in the compound noticed a beautiful girl. That neighbor was a young man who also used to live alone, and he saw a beautiful girl in me, and he used to say hi when we are fetching water. He could say hi, I could say hi, I could smile shyly. You know the way you smile when you're a small guy, young girl, you want to smile and smile like you're feeling shy. And I was like, this man is good. And he asked me for contact, and we got meeting each other. The guy was not born again. I was born again. Let me tell you guys, friendship grew very fast, and I did not tell my mom that I got a boyfriend, but she could tell that I'm avoiding going home on weekends, many a weeks, even a week, like the Edmund week. I would still would skip going home, and I would give reasons. Yeah, we were paid late, I did not have bus fare. Guys, hey, let me tell you, our friendship grew. Then there was this time that my boyfriend got another single room somewhere and moved from his. Went to that one with a view of getting a bigger size so we could move in together. That's what he told me. And I didn't object. I was like, if he gets a bigger place, we'll move in together. Hey, this is a born again girl who is agreeing to move in together with a boy, with a man. So easy. And guys, let me tell you. And he moved, he went sourcing that new single room. He got it, and he used to now come and visit my place, and sometimes I would go to his place, but still we had not reached the point of saying, okay, let's move in together. So this particular weekend, I lost my phone, and my mom tried to reach me the whole week, but she couldn't. Then on Saturday, she decided to travel to Nairobi to come and check on me. So guys, here I am with my boyfriend in my cubicle, and we are there together, and it was about let me tell you something, guys. Vehicles that bring people to Nairobi from the villages leave very early. There are those that leave as early as 4 in the morning, bringing people to Nairobi every morning. And my home area is not very far. It is just like an hour away from Nairobi. And they used to come to Nairobi. I mean, vehicles arrived in Nairobi as early as 6, having only left at 5 or 5:15, in the city at 5, simply because that time jam has not started creating up. And it happened to be that Friday that my boyfriend came calling, and we spent the night in my cubicle, in my single room. Then my mom had tried to reach me and failed. And because she had known where I was staying, she decided to leave very early at home, very early at home, and come and check on me. You know, the firstborn daughter, anything could have happened to her. You know, she's a born-again Christian. She has not communicated. Now I don't know what has happened to her. So she told my dad, I'll go and check on my daughter because I've looked for her the whole week. She has not been reached. Her phone cannot be reached. I don't know what the problem is. So my mom takes a vehicle that left home at 5 in the morning. So by 6 in the morning, she was in the city. Guys, a knock at my door when I'm in the house with my boyfriend. A knock at the door at exactly 6:10. I'll never forget. It was 6:10. A knock at the door. And I was like, who is this knocking twice? You know, we had not woken up. Who is this knocking twice? So I thought, hey, could it be a neighbor or something? Because I didn't know anybody. Hey guys, I opened the door. Do you know who I find at the door carrying a kiondo? A kiondo is that bag that you carry with your back on your back. A kiondo full of bananas and stuff from the village. She's here at the door. And you remember, I'm living in a single room, and because I'm single, and we used to sit on the bed because we did not have a seat. I did not have a seat, so I used to sit on the bed while cooking. My stuff used to be down here, and I'm sitting on the bed and I'm cooking. So there used to be no curtain. There used to be no curtain because whom was I hiding from? There was nobody to hide from. So, and it is only me in that house, except this day that my boyfriend has come calling. And guys, I opened the door. I find my mom there. Who is sleeping on the bed? My boyfriend. My God. An abomination, no. This is something, this is like killing somebody. This sin is as grievous as killing. Oh gosh. Oh, guys, little did I know there are so many planes. It's now that I'm knowing there are many planes, because how many videos do I do and finish without a plane passing by? Guys, I opened the door and my mom was there, and my boyfriend was asleep here. But now already waken up by the no curtain. What a shame. What a shame. I tried to push, to hold the door behind me like this, and my mom was like, are you not letting me in, my girl? And I was like, I'm letting you in, mommy. I'm letting you in. And why are you like this? Why do you seem so surprised on seeing me? And I was like, my mom finding me with a boyfriend in the house. And there's no way I would have hidden that man, because this is a single room. He would not have gone under the bed. There was no curtain. He was found there. I only delayed my mom's entry by pretending to be holding the door from behind and pretending to be surprised, so that my boyfriend can at least have time to rise up from the bed, put on his trousers and at least a shirt, and sit on the bed. And guys, how shameful. How shameful. Proclaim who you are. If you are born again, proclaim who you are. And this is a shame. I got so ashamed. I got so ashamed, guys. I cannot even tell you how ashamed I was. And my mom was like, God, is this the salvation that you proclaim to have? Is this what you are? And guys, what a shame that I was in such a situation. I was so ashamed, and my mom got in, and I cannot lie to you that she even said hi to this man, my boyfriend. She didn't. She just got in. You remember there's no seat. And when getting in with her handbag and her kiondo that she had put some bananas for me, she just stood there. Then my boyfriend said, excuse me, mama, and exited. And I was left there, holding myself like this, not knowing what to tell my mom. Guys, see you in the next video. And please like and subscribe. The rest is history.